Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. It is episode 11, and today we're going to be doing a couple different things. We're going to be working on our base and our massive storage system, hopefully getting that finished up. We've been working on that for the last couple episodes, and we're nearly completely done with it. And we're also going to be doing quite a bit of in-city raiding, because in the last episode we built up 22 shulker box loaders, and shulker box loaders obviously require shulker boxes, and right now we really don't have that many shulker shells. Let's just see how many we got. Yeah, we got about a stack and some, which is only about 32 boxes. That is not enough for anything. So yeah, so we need to go do some in-city raiding, hopefully get about 4-5 stacks of shulker shells, but we'll worry about that in just a little bit. The first thing that we're actually going to be doing in this episode is getting our Mending Villager into a much safer area in our little temporary starter base right there. And the reason for that is because, one, this is one of the only 2 Mending Villagers on the server. Nashcrafter has the other one, and it's also for 38 emeralds, which is just like, yay. Server is only slightly cursed, for Mending Villagers, that is. And 2, this guy has seen some very traumatic things, so I nearly turned it into a witch using a channeling trident, which is the same way that we got that charge creeper up there. And also, our other librarian that was in here just went on a cruise without us even knowing. I don't know if you guys saw that a couple episodes ago, but the other one just completely took off without us. No idea where he went. Still need to figure out what happened there. Just kind of curious. Yeah, so we're just going to be getting this guy into a little bit of a boat and kind of just taking him down into this area with our other couple librarians that we have. And there we go. We got ourselves our Mending Villager down in here. He is safe and sound with our other librarians that sell moderately okay books. Like, what does this guy even have? Flame? That's not too bad. So I also got myself a couple more mending books just from trading with him, a whole bunch. We got this like micro farm down here from Il Mango that just, you know, pumps out the potatoes. So I was trading all those potatoes to the farmers, getting a fair amount of emeralds. And yeah, so we got ourselves 2 more mending books. I think we're going to put those on our spare elytras that we have. So we have one Unbreaking 3 elytra in here, and I think the other one is in this box. Yeah, so now we'll have 3 Unbreaking 3 mending elytras, which is really good. One thing that we need, though, is some names. I'm not very good with names for pretty much like anything. Just take my channel name as a prime example of that. And yeah, so if you guys got some names for basically like any kind of tool, let me know down in the comments, and you might actually get something named your suggestion. So I'm just here at the Ender now, and we're setting up a little bit of a deal with Zloy XP for some gunpowder. He's got quite a bit of gunpowder. I have basically none for rockets, and I'm gonna give him some IOU notes in return. I don't think I have any paper as of now, but I will have to deliver some to his base here in a second. General knowledge says, don't make deals with necromancers, especially such open-ended deals as IOU notes. But you know what? I'm feeling a little bit adventurous. Maybe, oh wow, this is new. Where am I? I don't know. I'm in a portal. That is cool. That is really awesome though. It's peeking through the clouds. Lovely. So I'm just gonna leave these notes somewhere in Zloy's skull down here. Probably just like right by the portal. And we can just fly down here. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, I made 4 IOU notes. I put some special characters on there. I'm gonna keep one of these so that we can do, you know, copy protection, make sure no one's counterfeiting IOU notes. Trying to be prepared, okay? First time doing this, want to make sure there's not like a million of these floating around after a couple days. Let's just go ahead and leave it in the center of his summoning ring of death, shall we? So let's put a couple in there. And there we go. IOU times 4 can be used for pretty much anything. And we just left in the 4 notes. There we go. And yeah, we'll see what kind of adventures that gets us into later on down the line in this series. Okay, just walked into the base. Who did what now? This entire area is filled up with water. I think we've been pranked, people. I think we've been pranked. I don't have any sponges. It's really nice that they didn't flood everything. But, yeah. Did anything happen to our storage system? I hope not. I spent a lot of time on this. Okay, looks like nothing is bothered down here, but this is just a random pigman sitting in a boat, not even name tagged, just wearing a salmon head, you know, just chilling as pigmen do. Not even a sign. That's lovely. You know, I think I'll probably just leave this for a while. I don't have any sponges. And I think Awuga already loaned out all of his sponges. Ah, geez. Okay. I'm glad to see some life is happening there. I'm guessing this was probably Zloy, most likely, just because like it seems like something Zloy would do. Definitely does. Anyway, let's get to work on finishing up our storage system. Why are chests so expensive? It takes so many logs to make a stack of chests. It's not even reasonable. I just grabbed logs and now I'm already out of them. Anyway, so the first thing that we need to do is actually get our mass crafters installed. And I know a few of you guys in the comments were actually kind of confused about what a mass crafter is. Basically what this is we're going to be filling up these columns of double chests here with like, you know, our slime balls or something. And then once they're all filled up, we're just going to go ahead and break the chests. All the items will, you know, fall on the ground and be pushed towards us via some water sources. And then we just basically craft it up and replace the chest when we're done. That's pretty much all a mass crafter is. It sounds way more fancy than it actually is. Dang it, the shifting chests. It gets on my nerves. I'm not quite used to it yet. But there's a little bit of redstone trickery that we need to figure out for this. Mostly having to do with these indicator lights right here. So, oh my god, the split chests, again, not used to it whatsoever. And I think that is all the chests for that one right there. Okay, so as you can see with these indicator lights, we're going to be telling ourselves basically how many shulker boxes we have in this system right here. So this is going to be our input for shulker boxes. We're going to dye all of our shulker boxes for like our pumpkins that we're going to be filling them up with. We'll be reading from this hopper right here, telling us if we have shulker boxes in the system. If we do, this light will turn on, and if we don't, then this light will turn off. However, this comparator is actually going to be hard powering this block, which is going to be locking this hopper, so we need to figure out some sort of way to actually fix that problem. I didn't anticipate that being a problem, but it actually is. So I need to do a little bit of shenanigans to figure out exactly how we're going to fix that. Okay, so what I'm hoping will work for this is kind of like hard powering this lamp right here, and then that soft powers this one, which means that this one will be on along with this one, and this won't be powered, and this won't be powered. Let's hope that this actually works. We need to grab ourselves, I guess just a redstone torch would work temporarily. So boom, if I can place that, and it doesn't power this one. I guess because it's technically soft powered. Dang it. Okay, that was like my one solution to this. So I've been tinkering around with this for probably about 5 or so minutes now, and I can't really come up with anything. I've tried using like a piston right here, but then the torch quasi powers it, and I haven't really been able to figure out anything. Maybe you guys have a solution to this indicator light problem. There is a solution. I know that there is because this is Minecraft, but like, I'm not smart enough to figure it out. So indicator light issues aside, there are other things to work on, such as the input to this system. So the input to this entire giant massive sorting system is actually going to be right over here. This is where we're going to hook up all of our farms and everything into that we will build later on. But this is going to be going over above our melon slice sorters right here, which is currently trying to sort hoppers and torches. But this is a couple blocks lower than our shulker box loading systems. So we actually need to make like basically the smallest item elevator literally ever. This is going to be a 2-block item elevator, and it's going to consist of like 2 droppers. And here is that tiniest system ever. This is just like the standard clock that we always build. It's probably not the like the most optimal one for this because it's literally 2 blocks, but hey, whatever, I like building this one. So it is for the most part silent. However, on the very last one, that's supposed to be a furnace. My bad. Yeah, ignore that, that's just a derp. So on the very last tick is where it actually fires the last item out of the elevator, it will make one sound. As you can see, while it's actually running, it's completely silent. But the last one makes a tick. But that's perfectly fine because we actually have a resource pack called Vanilla Tweaks, which actually lowers the sound of, pistons and also, droppers, dispensers, nether portals, villagers, all those kinds of things, because those things are super loud. So yeah, it does make one tick at the end, but that is perfectly fine because we will barely ever hear it anyway, and it's actually probably more than 16 blocks away from where we'll actually be standing, so it literally will never make a sound to us. Lovely. Alright, so this system over here is now pretty much completely done. We need to get a couple melons into those item filters up there, but we need to connect our first batch of shulker loaders into our multi-sorter, and this isn't going to be all too difficult. We basically just need to run a hopper line going from right here down into, I think this hopper right here actually, so not too difficult. We're going to use droppers every other block to save on hoppers and also to save on lag. And that shouldn't be too difficult. I think we can probably go ahead and do something like that. Just run this across and churn this one going the other way. And boom, that's pretty much all there is to that. And go ahead and cover all of these hoppers with droppers as well. You can cover them with furnaces. However, droppers actually prevent more lag than furnaces. So just a little bit of a pro tip for you. If you want to save the server lag, or even yourself some lag if you're playing in single player, put droppers on top of your hoppers. It's super cheap and pretty easy to do as well. So that wasn't too difficult. The next thing we need to do is hook up this multi-sorter to this multi-array of shulker box loaders, and that shouldn't be too big of a problem either. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an item elevator right here. It's going to be much bigger than 2 blocks, as you can see. And we're going to use the design from Nimbon. So this one, just a singular one, can be 7,200 items per hour. So it's not quite hopper speed, but that's perfectly fine because items coming out of this system is not going to be hopper speed. So it's going to be probably about, twice as fast as we even need it to be. And this is pretty much the entire elevator right here. A couple comparators, couple repeaters, observer, not too much going on whatsoever. And the item elevator of doom has been installed. As you can see, it's a slightly modified version of this one over here, just because, it's a little bit more compact. It's a little bit faster as well. And I broke a hopper up there so that we can actually test this. There we go. Let's run some diorite. That's a pretty easy choice. It looks like everything is activating. It's pretty fast as well. This is supposed to be pretty much like right underneath the point where torches will start to burn out. Was that literally everything? That was pretty fast. I think we threw in like 20 diorite. Is that going to be up here? Yeah, wow. That was super fast. Awesome. Another thing I want to do is make like a secondary input over here somewhere so that if we have just like a massive amount of stone, then we don't need to send it through our multi-sorter. We can send it directly into our shulker box loaders via this elevator. So let me get that installed as well. Can I just say how much I love dual wielding? Like the fact that you can just hold down 2 buttons and instantly like place in mine a whole bunch of ore. It saves so much time. You don't need to build a giant sky pillar or a giant cube or anything. It's just like you break down your ore instantly. It's amazing. Offhand is so useful for like everything. Anywho, so this system is looking pretty much complete now. We don't really need like shulker box loaders for our slime blocks or our iron blocks because we have to actually manually craft these things. We will be manually crafting them right there, so we can just take the filled shulker boxes, put them in the chest, no big deal. And then we don't need any item filters for this because this is just the overflow. Anything that doesn't get sorted through the entire system will just get, basically shoved into those chests. And also I made a couple extra double chests right here for additional storage for when we have just, mass quantities of things. We might also put in a shulker box unloader right here. That's a really good idea that I just thought about. For when we go on mining projects, we bring back shulker boxes full of, cobblestone or stuff. It's all mixed together. We can just plop it right there, have it all sort through the system. That's a lovely idea. I think I'll make that one actually, because we have a very simple shulker box unloader right here. We can put one over there as well. Looking good. I want to see if those chests came through. They did. Lovely. So all of this stuff over here works just fine. All right, so I went ahead and modified this entire corner over here. So now we have a shulker box unloader right here, so we can go ahead and throw in a couple preloaded shulker boxes. Press the button. Trapdoor is kind of a temporary addition. That gets broken, drained. It should go into somewhere in here. Okay, so we got one box. The other one is probably gonna be back down in here. Yeah, man, that sucks. But then all of our items are down here. So yeah, 13 repeaters. Okay, so that does actually work. That's nice. And then we also just have some bulk input right here. So a double chest going into 2 more double chests. I ended up having to move down the elevator a couple blocks to work around our non-stackable filter and also this thing. So now this entire area back here is just, it's just a whole bunch of spaghetti. I don't want to talk about it. So now when we put in a shulker box with some items in it, the shulker box should end up in this hopper or into the chest, hopefully. Hopefully, maybe, please. Pretty please. Gets broken and it's gonna go into there, isn't it? Rip. That's the thing about these non-stackable item filters is you always have one extra shulker box in the hopper back here. So I don't know, maybe we can put I don't know. We need some way to access this hopper to make sure that we always get all of our shulker boxes back, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that is pretty much our entire system completely done. We need to add in a few more redstone lamps up there, and then we can actually do a test run of putting in an item over there, and hopefully seeing it come out into this chest over here. Alright, so we're up here at the main input to this entire sorting system. We're going to go ahead and put in 20 flint, and I'm actually going to time this for how long it takes for all 20 of these items to make it all the way through this entire system. I've double checked all the item filters and everything, so I know that the items won't be getting stuck anywhere else. And now it's just a matter of waiting for everything to show up into this chest right over here. Woo! There we go. We got our first piece of flint. It took about 2 minutes total for items to go through the entire system. From that input over there through the, item filters, through all of those shulker loaders, more item filters, down through these 48 double chests of this multi-item sorter, through this item elevator, through these 9 item filters, and it looks like we got all of our flint. That is absolutely amazing. I love just how things work on Java. Like, if this was on console, this would have taken many, many more hours of just troubleshooting, like little tiny timing issues. Everything just works first try. It's amazing. So I'm super duper happy that this entire system actually works in its entirety. There's a few more things that we could, refine and work on. Mostly I want to fix up this corner. I don't like how it looks. Obviously right now it's undecorated as all get out, but just in general, I think we should push back this this unloader right here by a block because hoppers being visible, not a good thing. But this project for today has actually taken up way more time than I expected it to. Not only IRL, but also in episode length. We're already at about 18 minutes now, so that doesn't really leave us enough time for end rating on either account. So I think what we're going to do instead is actually fight ourselves a couple of dragons. So we actually have a ton of gas tiers. So 27 gas tiers is enough to fight 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 dragons. Not sure if we can fight that many today because fighting dragons actually takes about, 15 minutes or so each, but maybe we'll go ahead and fight like 2. That'll give us a couple more elytras and also just general loot that we can stock in our end shop, so that's lovely. Maybe go ahead and make up these end crystals real quick. Boom. I made way too much glass in Eyes of Ender. That is fine. These things will get used eventually. Just toss them in there. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this dragon fight. I kind of want to do a time lapse for it, but we don't really have replay mods, so it's kind of just like a single camera position. I guess I can move it around a little bit after I kill the dragon, but I don't know. I don't really want to do like a first-person time lapse, and you guys have seen plenty of dragon fights already. And I think in this season alone, just in these 11 episodes, we've already done like 4. So yeah, maybe a little bit too many, but again, we don't quite have enough time to do in-city raiding. We need a solid like 6 hours to do in-city raiding. So in general, fighting dragons isn't all too difficult. You just gotta be properly prepared so that you don't have poor performance. So that is just going to be like all the things that we keep on us: a sword, a bow, pickaxe, food, water, ender pearls, and I'm going to try and use some snowballs to actually shoot out the crystals, because these things have some pretty good range on them, and you can throw like, 4 at once, and there's no draw on them or anything. So hopefully that works out pretty well. Let's go ahead and get this box back into our ender chest. We're not going to be using the elytra because I always die when I use the elytra. You don't have that extra protection that you need. Dang it, just looked at Enderman. But yeah, elytra just really takes away too much protection. So it's not really worthwhile. Anyway, we're going to hop into a little bit of a time lapse of me killing some dragons. I hope you all enjoyed that time lapse. I think it's going to be an interesting one. I haven't watched it back, I haven't edited it yet, but please do let me know your thoughts about the time lapses down below, because I really do enjoy the time lapses. It's just a fun way to get some more, just get some more episode out of things that you normally would just be doing purely off camera. And they turn out reasonably well as well. I know the music honestly isn't that great, but all I have is the free YouTube music at the moment, so just kind of doing my best with what I have at my disposal. But yes, we got ourselves 2 more elytras and also 2 more dragon eggs now as well, so that takes us up to a total of 9 dragon eggs. Now, the dragon currently isn't dropping dragon heads. It should be, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I'm aware, but it hasn't been, so I don't know what's up with that. I have to talk to somebody about that. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I really do hope that you did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you did. Maybe subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, so you don't miss the next episode or the next tutorial that I upload to the channel. I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you ever so much for watching. And then there was silence.